you so much for watching. This is The World According to Chris. And in today's video, what I thought I would do is talk to you about what I've learned so far about content creation for YouTube. Now, before we get started, please feel free to give me a like, share, and a subscribe so that way you know every single time we are dropping new content just for you. So there are 10 things that I have learned in shooting 15 straight videos and dropping them every single day right here on YouTube. I decided to join this challenge called Vlogmas. Christmas, vlogging, Vlogmas, that's exactly how the two came together. That makes sense, right? Well, I did that because I heard about it from someone named Diana Gladney, who is actually a part of a really cool group called Let's Get Live VIP. We've been doing some incredible things and learning along the way. Well, I had already uploaded a video on December 1st and 2nd and 3rd, heard about this and decided, why not keep going? So I did just that. In fact, I have had my fumbles, my setbacks, my irritations, and I've learned a lot. And I thought, why not share with you exactly what I've learned? Now, Vlogmas, just so you can understand, is an opportunity for you if you're just starting your YouTube channel, the first time you've ever cut on your phone camera or your actual DSLR camera and said, I want to shoot videos. This is your chance to really get into the habit of actually shooting and learning and growing. So we're literally shooting from December 1st all the way to the 25th of the month. I believe that's right. Number one, just start. Yeah, seriously, just start. There's no other way to put it. I didn't choose to do Vlogmas. I happened to hear about it. And when I heard about it, I was like, you know what? This actually sounds like a really good idea. And it was a good challenge for me. But listen, just start. If you've been wanting to do something like this, or you've been wanting to, create your own channel, just start. Start anywhere, but you gotta start. Start somewhere. Start with a funny video. It doesn't matter, but you really should just start, because it's all in your head until you actually execute. So one of the things that I'm learning throughout this entire journey is, if I hadn't gotten started, I wouldn't be, 15 videos in December, because I started on the 1st. Number two, the quality will improve over time. One of the interesting things I figured out is that my first video won't look like my 100th, won't look like my 15th, won't look like my 1000th, because the first video is just that. It's the first time you've ever done it and put it out there for the world. So what that means is that it gives me an opportunity. If I just start and get that first one up, I got time then to really improve over time. You're going to learn different things. You're going to learn about mic placement. You're going to learn about your video camera and where it should be in relation to what you're trying to shoot. You're going to learn about lighting. You're going to learn about, the depth of field. You'll learn those things over time, though. It's not going to all come at one time. So that's the one thing I'm literally figuring out, is that I'm going to learn a lot of these things about quality over time. Number three, listen, let me give you this one really quickly. Please don't watch your videos to criticize you. Watch your videos instead to critique and choose one thing to improve in the next video. Yeah, it's really easy to sit there because we're our own worst critics, right? It's easy to sit there and see a video that you did, whether you're trying to do it, watching it in post editing, or you're just watching the whole thing back, and you criticize yourself. Oh, I sound funny. Oh, I look funny. Oh, my hair was out of place. Oh, I don't like the lighting. Oh, I don't like this. You'll come up with a ton of things to say of what you don't like. We're our own worst critics, because putting ourselves out there is honestly scary, uncomfortable, and you're more worried about people's reactions than actually doing something and getting it out there. So my suggestion would be, instead of criticizing yourself, take one thing from your final video that you have actually uploaded and actually decide, in the next video that I do, I'm going to improve that one thing. That is what's going to help you continue to move forward. Number four, you are going to screw up, not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 100. You're going to screw up a lot, is my point. I have literally screwed up so many times in just shooting 15 days worth of videos. It is insane. I didn't hit record on my audio in shooting an entire video one time. My light died on me one time. my microphone was off one time. My camera literally was never recording for a 25-minute video. My point is, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. So here's a recent pro tip that I just realized is really important and is very small. Get you a checklist of the things that you need to have happening before you start doing your video. It will save you a lot of headache in the end, but that's something I learned. Number 5, your content is king and the key. Yeah, it doesn't matter how crappy your video is, whether you don't like your lighting, you don't like what you say, you don't like how you sound. What really does matter is what is it that you're trying to convey and communicate. You know, as a keynote speaker and somebody who speaks all the time, doing it for YouTube is a whole lot different than actually doing it in front of people. Because here, the attention span is a whole lot shorter. You can click off this video, you can go to something else, you can just be reading comments and never listening to what I say. So it's really important that before you worry about any of the aesthetics of your video, you should really be focused on and spend more time than not, what am I actually trying to communicate to my audience? The other reason why this is important is because your content is king. That is what is also the key to repeat viewers. Yes, if you like this video and you look at the card up top and you see that that's interesting based on what I'm telling you now, if I'm giving you something of value right now, you're more likely to click on that video up top. So really focus on your content because it's both king and the key. Number 6, someone wants to hear what you have to say. You got to remember this. Just keep this in perspective, okay? There are 7.8 billion people on the planet. Okay, so that means that there are some people who don't want to hear what you have to say, but then there's a pocket of people who actually like your subjects, your ideas, and your perspective. So that's the reason why number 1 is just start, because there are people out here who actually think like you, who are interested in the same things. And quite honestly, you are the reason they're going to continue to stay engaged in that subject, topic, or concept. Number 7, perfect can't grow. So stop waiting on it. Yeah, I want you to understand that perfect can't grow because it's perfect. But somehow in our minds, when it comes to YouTube and making videos, we automatically assume it's got to be perfect. I got to have the right voice. I got to have the right lighting. No, you just got to start, because you can't grow from perfection. And matter of fact, for many of us, the reason why we haven't started or continued on our YouTube channel or creating content or whatever it is that you do, written form or not, whatnot, the problem is we want it to be perfect before we put it out there, because that's what we're assuming in our minds has to be done. Why? Because maybe you're watching, MKBHD if you're into tech, or you're looking at, other people who have all types, and you're like, oh, it's got to be on that level. Well, remember, 1,000 videos in, many screw ups later, they're a long 10 years in the game. That's you can't compare yourself to that. So you got to understand that perfect just won't grow. You're going to grow as your followers grow with you. So you got to be willing to start where you are and then learn how to grow every single video out. Subscribers are a long-term game. It's not an overnight success. This is something that I'm literally figuring out every single day. I wake up and I'm learning about what to use and best ways to do my content and how to shoot and how to share. I am realizing that subscribers and keeping them has nothing to do with one video that goes viral. It has everything to do with my consistency over time, and that those who watch these videos like what I have to say, enjoy the way I talk about it and the way I shoot it, and over time say, you know what? Sure, I'll give you a sub and keep coming back. That's a long-term game. So if I don't just start, and if I don't ever execute and put up a video and stay consistent in it, well, I won't have any viewers or I won't have any subscribers anyway. So it's really important that you detach yourself from, I gotta have all of these subs. from the fact that you need to actually execute on a consistent basis so people have something to come back to and watch. Number 9, there are so many styles to doing YouTube. Yeah, there's a really great video that Diana Gladney did on, and I'll put it up here for you to be able to reference. It's a really great video that explains many different ways: documentation, daily vlog, you know, just talking head, like what I'm doing right now. There's so many different styles. Just choose one and you can decide what's best for you and the way you may want to do them. In fact, you can do all of them. You see the different ways that different people do videos. Just realize there's multiple styles to this. There's not just one right way. And maybe you have somebody that you're kind of aspiring to be and you like the way they do things. Well, you can kind of follow that pattern, but don't feel like you have to be stuck to one way. There's multiple ways to do this. I've done videos where I'm walking out in my neighborhood. I've done videos where I'm driving and talking about something I want to talk about. I've done videos right here. There's multiple ways to do this. So I want you to just be mindful that you can do many different things. Step outside of your comfort zone and try something different, because you never know what you might like and what your audience might really enjoy. Number 10 and final, do what you like. You know, it's interesting because there's this kind of seesaw battle sometimes that I feel of like, well, this is what the trending people are doing, so I should just do that. Well, you know, yeah, you could, but at the same time, it needs to be authentic to you. If you don't like technology that way, then why would you do a video of something that you don't really enjoy? If you like knitting sweaters, if you like talking about books, if you like gardening, if you like home improvement, you should do what you like. Here's the biggest reason why. Because if you do what you like, you'll do it more often and you'll do it long term. If you're just chasing the trend or you're just chasing a particular figure in the way they do things, over time, you're going to get burned out, you're going to get bored, and you're not going to be consistent. And it's going to become more of a chore than something you actually enjoy doing. Well, those are the 10 things that I have learned from just creating content right here on YouTube. Hopefully you found this video valuable. Please give me a like, share, and a subscribe. That way you always know every time we're dropping information right here on TWAC. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much. Take care. And this is your source of content for everything for the grown man in you. See you later.